And we have a very cool reading today. I am quite excited about it. So it more than makes up for missing yesterday. Let's see what y'all think of this. Okay, there we go. Instagram is kind of lagging. What can you do? All right, so welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day. And I will tell you, it's not only going to start your day, but hopefully it's going to keep your day sparkly. Sparkly is the word that's coming to me. Don't know why. It'll fit in as we're going. But some of you were aware that I had my land walk this weekend. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Nothing like gathering a group of friends, deep friends. I call them my beloved coffee group, and doing something that goes beyond words, moves everybody into that place of contemplation and pause and considering where we were all at in life at that moment, where we felt like we were going, what the universe might be offering that was beyond what we were even thinking about. And it was magical. It was absolutely magical. I love those women. They hold a sacred container for me to grow and be everything I'm meant to be. Good morning, Abigail. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, came home yesterday and good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome, welcome. Needed just some pondering time. So I sat on the front porch most of the afternoon. I had unpacked already, etc., and just journaled, just poured onto the page everything that I was thinking, including the fear thoughts, because of course those popped up. But we had walked, good morning, Barb, glad you're here, welcome. We had walked 3 different properties, and it was interesting listening to people's reactions, my beloved coffee group friends who were with me, their reactions to certain places and certain opportunities. The middle one, I'm not saying which one is which, but the middle one really didn't speak to me at all. It would have felt like a perfunctory, we're trying to make something happen here instead of we're allowing the flow. The first place and the last place were magical in different ways, And did I say good morning, Barb? Good morning, Barb. And yeah, so there's discernment to continue to do. I watched my own and others in the group trepidation pop up at times, like, oh, so when is this going to happen? When are we doing this? Etc. Thinking to myself also, there will come a point in time, it doesn't necessarily have to be anytime soon, but a point in time where people will need to make a decision. I will support you from the outside, not really outside, because they're my heartfelt sisters, but I won't be literally and figuratively buying in, right? And I know from having watched this process in other places, there are multiple stages in the process where people get cold feet and back out. It is part of the process. Glad I know that, because if I didn't know that and someone who had previously said, I'm in, I'm all in, said, I'm out, I'm all out, that would have freaked me out. Now I will view it as part of the process, merely part of the process. And I also know from building my Mary Kay team, whatever that was, 15 years ago, yeah, 16 years ago, that just before it broke open, just before we had everybody we needed to become our own unit, we had atrophy. We had people, there was attrition, people left, right? It's the nature of that beast. When you're building, right before you accomplish a step, oftentimes, and Joanne Barnes on my favorite CD ever, What You Talk About, says, just when it looks like it's falling apart, that's when it's coming together. Basically, keep going, keep going. So yesterday's keeping going was sitting down and writing. And I came up with think by the time I was done, how many did I have? Let me turn the page here and see. 10 little baby steps, not necessarily sequential, but from disparate kinds of things that I can now take to discern more. So it's looking some stuff online, it's talking to some people, it's checking to see what kinds of funding might be available, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I was wondering what today's card was going to be and whether it would be, I'll use the word, a disappointment in that it didn't seem relevant to what just took place this weekend. But of course it is. Of course it is. So let's do a little breathing and tapping, grounding ourselves, settling ourselves into a centered place to receive this message. Pick your spot to tap. I just like the collarbone spot the best. Good morning, Diane. Glad you are here. Welcome. Nice deep breath in and out. Grounding through your feet and the base of your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Clearing your mind, letting go of anything that isn't serving you right here, right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Making room, sacred space, the open field for this particular message. One more. In, hold at the top, and out. All set. There we are, all polished up and ready for our message. Denise Linn, the Sacred Forest deck. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, good morning. Glad you are here. We have a card that is so relevant for us right now. I think you're going to laugh, and it's a beautiful card. Phoenix, transmutation. In the description, I called it transformation and transmutation. Beautiful, right? That's one of the scenes that I loved from the Harry Potter movies, when Fawkes was in that old tired bird stage and imploded and renewed, rebirthed. What if we have the opportunity right now, right here, right now, to do the same thing? It looks like implosion. It's rebirth. See what you think. Phoenix, transmutation. At the edge of the forest rises a mountain. The journey to the top is long and arduous. The path has boulders and landslides that make it difficult to discern what lies ahead. Yet you climb, knowing that something remarkable awaits you. As you finally reach the top, you peer over a boulder to see a large pyre. An old, tired phoenix comes into view, his wings dragging, only to heave himself into the fire. The flames leap higher and higher. As they die down, out of the ashes arises a renewed phoenix with bright colors that outshine the sun. He looks directly at you with a fierce intensity before soaring off the mountaintop. How cool is that? How cool is that? So there we are. Your life is changing, perhaps in ways that you didn't expect, but it is wildly wonderful. And you might be in the middle of a slog through some really crappy mire and going, this is not wonderful. Keep slogging. Keep slogging. You will come out the other side. There is a reason why we're trudging through what we're trudging through, and there is alchemy happening, and it's transformational. It's transmutational. Out of this fire will come renewal. Will come renewal. Transmutation is the act of changing from one state of being or element into another. The phoenix is legendary for his transmutation in fire. I mean, that is such a striking image, isn't it? I just think it's amazing. In the flames, he is reborn, leaving behind his old, tired self to become a passionate, wild, and free bird. Something that you might have thought would never change is changing into something amazing. It's not an ending. Rather, it's a bright, shiny new beginning. Situations that seemed lackluster are transmuting into fabulous opportunities. So I started laughing. I just thought, yeah, yep, okay, I'm getting the message here. Release expectations and limited thinking. That is our part. That's the part that we need to be working on. Releasing expectations and limited thinking. Turning it over. Okay, universe, show me the next best step. We don't have to see the whole path, even though we think we have to see the whole path. What's the next best step? Release expectations and limited thinking, for things are not as they seem. Take a breath. Let it go. The spirit of the phoenix says, a big change is at hand in your life. What feels like an ending is really a beginning. Rising out of the flames and ashes, you are entering a new cycle. Even if life seems murky in areas, that's funny because part of the area we were walking in yesterday, day before, was swamp, dense, mucky swamp. I like swamps. I think they are a breeding place for wonderful things. The green in swamps is amazing, absolutely amazing. And you might say, yeah, mosquitoes, that's what's breeding there. Ticks, that's what's breeding there. We only had, I think, among the group of us, and I think at the begin with did we have 6 people? I think we had 6. Anywho, I think we only had 1 or 2 ticks, so that was not too bad for a group that big. Even if life seems murky in areas, this is only the clearing before the rebirth. It's a fertile soil in which we were planting our hopes, desires, dreams, willingness to be the instruments in the universe's hands. Hang in there. The best is yet to come. Hang in there. The best is yet to come. Nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. Yeah. So, definitely opportunities opening before us. Do you have your eyes open? Do you have your ears open? Interestingly, one of us is relatively limited in mobility, so she chose to open her camp chair and sit at the edge of where the rest of us were making a walk around. And absolutely have Bob listen to this. I thought of him as we were doing this. I thought of him like, it seems like a death. It seems like a loss. It seems like an ending. And oftentimes it's in that yucky betrayal kind of way. But really what it's doing is it's like putting a forearm on the desk of life and sweeping all of the stuff that has served its purpose. Doesn't mean it's terrible, horrible, awful, but it's served its purpose. It's done. We are done with it. It is now time for the new to come in. And now we've cleared the space. Is it messy because we've done this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But we've done what's necessary. We have cleared the space. We have been brave and said, okay, this is how it is. This is how it's going. I'm not happy about this. I wasn't expecting this, whatever our feelings are about it. But I acknowledge that this is what it is. I believe that I am worthy of the best that love and life has to offer. I am open to receiving. I'm opening my eyes, my ears. Anyway, so the friend who's very limited with mobility sat in a chair at the edge as we were walking around. She said, I closed my eyes and I relied on my hearing. And she said, with my eyes closed, she's a very visual person. She said, I was much more aware of all of the life that was teeming around me. All the birds she could hear. We all saw this particular hawk circling above us like a message, like a message. And tons of little songbirds. It was just beautiful, just beautiful. And at the one place, the woman who owns that place I think she's 82, about to turn 83. We sat out on her back porch. It's a covered porch. It's made with logs. She built it. She built it. And to be in a place, the boards on the surface, these big, thick, roughly sawn boards, it was just My friend Sue called it thin. It's one of those thin places where the veil between you and the divine is little, little, little. Those places like Door County, Wisconsin is a place like that. When you sit on those ancient, ancient rocks and the lake is smashing up against those rocks, I mean, they're the Great Lakes. They're not your inland lake that's quiet. These are huge roaring lakes that if you've never been to the Great Lakes, put that on your bucket list. Do a tour of the Great Lakes. They are amazing. Allow a couple of weeks. They're big. But amazing, amazing, amazing. So then the question oftentimes becomes, where do we go from here? We've done the sweep of the arm across the desk of life and cleared out some space. Where do we go from here? We don't go anywhere. We wait. As my beloved Joanne Barnes says, there's 3 stages of growth. We plant, we wait, we harvest. And the hardest one is the wait. We don't see anything. We know the seeds are in the ground. We see nothing like that. Yes, the Oregon coastline is like that, very much like that. And when it's misty, walking in that mist is just magical. The world has so many magical places. The United States has so many magical places. Spend some time there. Spend some time there. I can't believe the number of people who don't go see things, even the things that are really close to them. Like people who live on the western edge of Wisconsin have never seen the Mississippi River. I'm like, holy buckets, people. Make it a bucket list. These are the things I'm going to start doing. These are the things I want to see. But back to our 3 phases of change, of growth. In that middle stage, when we are waiting, when the seeds are under the ground, we can't see any growth. We have no idea. We know what seeds we planted. We don't know exactly what's going to come up, do we? Right? Let's say I'm going to make one up here because we've had this happen here. Bought some plants at the farmer's market in Madison. If you've never been to the farmer's market in Madison, it's all the way around the Capitol. There's music. It is just an amazing festival event. It's huge. Bought some tomato plants there and thought they were one thing. And these were actually plants, but you still don't know. You see the flowers, but until the tomatoes begin to grow, oh, these aren't beefsteak tomatoes. These are little sweet cherry tomatoes. You don't know until it comes up through the ground. Right now, several of you, Diane with regard to work, Bob with regard to work and what comes after, are in this place of new seeds being planted, old things having been observed as ready to be released, however that unfolded, ready to be released. Now you're tending that soil. You're watering, you're pulling weeds, you're waiting. And she says, you're not waiting and doing nothing. You're waiting patiently, ha, ha, ha. But you're tending, let's put that word in there. You're tending that fertile soil that holds the seeds for what is to come next. Take a breath. Let it go. We are tending our seeds. I'm in the same place. Do I know exactly where I'm going to be building this intentional community? Not exactly, but I think I have a really good idea. The first one, because I want this thing to be replicable. I want this thing to be providing housing, affordable housing for people of a certain age who don't want to live in the big box. People of a certain age who want some nature around them. Young people who have themselves in a circumstance where they need some support. Perhaps their job doesn't make enough money to afford buying their own home. Perhaps they have a child and no partner, and they need some help and support with caring for that child. It takes a village idea, right? So replicable. Yeah, try to say that 3 times real fast. I want to be able to do this in many, many places and benefit many, many people. So continuing to move forward, trusting in the path. Oh, I see the number 8 was up there. Now it's popped to 10. Good morning to all those of you whose names aren't rolling. We're biding our time. We're waiting. The seeds are in the ground. We water, we tend, we look to the sun to shine. Pretty soon that alchemy happens, and out through the soil pops the seed of change. That's where we are. We're in that place of transformation, transmutation. We're in the fire. We're burning off what's no longer necessary, what has served its purpose, and we will emerge renewed. So that's the message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. 20 minutes, 21 minutes of feeding our souls. See you again tomorrow morning. Have an awesome day. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are. Go forth.